So we're here with Tom Whitby, and Tom is going to be one of our keynote speakers for K Village 2011. Hi Tom, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Tom and I are meeting for the first time face-to-face. We met through social media. And I just wanted to ask Tom one question. Tom, when did you realize that social media had an actual real value in the education world?
Well, social learning has been a big part of just about everybody's life. I mean, we learn socially, we build our own safety nets. When you're a kid in school, you tend to go to those kids who can help you get through certain classes, and you build up safety nets. What's happening now is that people are not doing this face-to-face, they're doing it digitally, and technology is opening up areas that we've not been able to explore before for collaboration and for communication and for creation. And it's being done more and more over the internet. And that's what we're referring to when we talk about social media and social learning. We're doing this on a much larger scale than we've ever been able to do before. It's global learning. One of the first things I found out when I started, some of the activities that I'm involved with social learning have grown beyond anything that I imagined. One of the things is EdChat. EdChat is it's an educational discussion that's held every single week on Tuesday. We actually have a poll that goes out on Sunday of 5 possible topics, and people vote on the poll. And then when Tuesday comes around, we take the winning title, the winning topic, and that's what we discuss. When we first started this, we used to have the discussion at 7 o'clock at night, Eastern Standard Time, and because that was what was convenient for me. And what we found out was that there were a huge number of both American educators and European educators, American educators in Europe, as well as European educators who wanted to be involved in the EdChat, but they had to stay up too late to do it. So we had to start another EdChat at 12 o'clock noon, just to accommodate the time zones. And we're doing that more and more with everything that we're doing. When we're doing online conferences, we have to accommodate the other time zones. So we're thinking globally now in connecting with people, which we never did before. And I might be getting off topic, but I'm just trying to give you the scope now of what social media has done. The other thing that we're finding out are all of the common problems that education has across the borders. Australia is very similar to the problems in the United States, and the same thing in the UK. They don't have as much technology in their schools as we do, but they might be using it a little better than we're using ours. American schools have massive amounts of technology, but they may not necessarily be using them as appropriately as they should. It's difficult to get teachers on board to learn the technology. Some teachers still feel they have a choice of whether or not they want to use technology. And to my way of thinking, that's no longer a choice an educator has.
Now, I read that recently in one of your blog posts from My Island View.
Right. Tom
is an author also of a blog called My Island View, and you did touch on that topic very recently about being a responsible digital citizen.
Right. And that's what we want kids to be. You know, we're not educating kids for our world, because our time has come, and not that it's gone yet. We're still here, but the world in which our students will be living will be a very technologically competitive world. If you look at the way businesses are handling things today, much of it is through technology tools. We're talking about communication. We're talking about, once again, the same skills: communication, collaboration, creation. Much of it is using the tools of technology as well as getting out globally for these kinds of things. When we talk about kids, and this is one of the things that hurts, is the concept that because they're kids in a digital age, that they are digital citizens or digital natives. They're not. Those are all learned experiences. Kids come into me in higher ed, and they know how to text, and they know Facebook for social media, and they know how to download music. Some of them can work very effectively with videos on computers, but they don't know about collaboration, and they don't know about communication, and they don't know about creating content and putting that content out for people to absorb. They can't do research on a computer. They can Google, but they can't do any of the other skills that are required. And one of the problems is that The primary teachers expect the secondary teachers to teach those skills, and the secondary teachers say, wait till you get to college to learn those skills. And when they get to college, they say, well, these kids are digital citizens or digital natives, so they understand all there is about technology. So a kid goes through all of their education, and they haven't been taught the skills that they need to be media literate, which is what we're talking about today. And if we talk about media literacy, the first question you have to ask is, how many of our educators are media literate? And the answer to that is, it's not one that we can any longer accept. Any teacher has the right to live in a cave if they want to do it, but they don't have the right to drag their students in there with them. And for kids today, their world will be using tools for technology, or tools of technology, for both learning and teaching. So teachers are not going to be replaced by technology, but the way they teach is going to be different. They're no longer going to be the content experts delivering through lectures information. They're going to be mentors on the side, guiding kids to the right places, and guiding kids to the appropriate tools, and guiding kids to be critical thinkers. And that's what we need. So critical thinking is so important for education today, because we don't want our world counting on sound bites for elections, things like that. Politicians learned early enough that facts don't matter. If you say something long enough and often enough, people believe it. Well, it shouldn't be that way. We have to think critically, we have to examine topics, and we have to know where to go to find this information. And these are the kinds of things that we should be teaching our kids if we want to succeed as a civilization.
And working collaboratively online will enable us to do that and help our kids do that. And hopefully you'll be able to come to KU Village 2011 on September 27th through the 29th, and you'll see Tom or participate in his session. Thanks so much, Tom.
You're so welcome.
Thanks for meeting with us.